So normally I'm showing you a bunch of sites that are doing a lot of things wrong. Right now I'm going to show you a site that actually is doing a lot of things right, including taking a whole bunch of my money out of my bank account thanks to my wife. So let's take a look at Bombshell leggings and let me show you what this site is doing so right, and then also some of the stuff that they are still doing wrong that they could be doing better to increase their conversions, their profits, and their success. All right, so let's go ahead and hop over and take a look. Okay, so I'm gonna load this site in an incognito window so that it loads like I was never seen it before, no caching or anything like that. All right, so let's go ahead and hop in here and load Bombshell leggings. All right, now this is a store that has taken a massive amount of money out of my bank account, okay? Because my wife loves Bombshell leggings. I don't know how she found them, probably a Facebook ad or whatever, but I have felt the pinch from this site. So being that it is Valentine's Day today as I'm making you this video, I actually had just gotten her a gift card here as well to go along with some of her other Valentine's Day goodies that I got her. So anyway, I took a look at the site and I realized, man, they're doing some pretty smart stuff that I could show you guys. So I decided let's go ahead and knock out this video and show you some of the cool stuff they're doing right, as well as some of the things they're doing wrong. Speaking of wrong, the very first thing they're doing wrong is this pop-up. So I've never been to the site before with this example, right? I'm loading the site for the first time, and the first thing they hit me with before I can even see what they're selling is a pop-up that says, hey, get 10% off, which is not bad, that's good. Get first access to new looks and enjoy exclusive sales. Great concept, but it should never be on the load, okay? This is something that should be on exit, but the problem is you're hitting me with this before I've even seen your site, okay? Now, of course, my wife loves these leggings, so I know that she likes them, but the thing of I'm a new visitor, a new shopper looking at the store, the first thing you're doing is trying to get me to opt in. You're trying to sell me something without even letting me see what you have, okay? And then you're saying, hey, you haven't seen any of our stuff, but I want to give you 10% off. So what is that saying? Well, subconsciously, now the shopper is looking at it going, so are you saying that your product's overpriced and you have to give me a discount to make it palatable? You're putting all this dialogue in their head that you're not trying to do, okay? So a pop-up like this on load is not the best way to do it. This is a great pop-up. Be much better off either to have it load after once we figure out what the average page time is for the duration on page, and then have it load just before that, or ideally just have it load on exit. When someone tries to scroll up and leave the page, boom, pops up, says, hey, want 10% off, want all these other cool things, then opt in. But never an on page load pop-up. It sends all the wrong messages. And again, this is serving the vendor, not the customer. Your web store and your online store should be designed to serve the customer first, okay? And this does not do that. All right, so here we are at Bombshell. Okay, so first things first. Visuals, very great. Great imagery, great product, everything else. New arrivals, active sets to style your way, shop now. Not a bad banner. It takes up a lot of space. Could be a little bit smaller, but all in all, not too bad. And the shop now button could be view the collection, see more, something like that. We usually don't want to say shop right up front because they're not ready to shop. It's like dating. You got to get to know them first, all right? So leading with the shop isn't necessarily the best verbiage. It's a small point, but it is something that would probably increase the uptake rate on that click by changing the verbiage. Okay, back to the header. This Save 10 Now pops up that pop-up again. Free shipping on all orders. This is a great header. The only thing that's not so hot here, over here, is the login and sign up function. Chances are, if they're like many other Shopify stores, the vast majority of them do not really utilize the account functionality very heavily. Most people are not logging in and signing up right there on the homepage. So those two functions could go down in the footer. They should not be wasting space up in the header unless a predominantly large percentage of your visitors and customers specifically are using those two buttons. Typically, it's a Shopify default. It's not something that's actually utilized heavily. The other thing is the cart icon, which Bombshell has made to look like a bag, to be cutesy, like a workout bag. Cool in the cutesy department, not prototypical in what a shopper is expecting. So it'd be better to have that in the shape of a shopping cart, or at least put the words cart underneath it. Micro text is huge. People do not necessarily know what icons are. And you're making a big assumption that they know what it is, okay? And again, from all the testing that we do at Build, Grow, Scale, we know that people don't actually know what the icons mean. Same thing when we come down here to the search bar. This is a search bar where you can type in words, right? The problem is most people, a lot of people will not know that that is a search bar. They'll be clicking the search magnifying glass, wondering what that is, thinking it's a search bar. So again, the thing here is icons should be labeled. With the search bar, you should actually use a button that says the word search, and the search bar should be prototypical. Again, what the customer is expecting. Like when they go to Amazon, there's a big search bar above the fold. They can type in their stuff and click the search button. That's the same thing that Bombshell should be doing here. They have a lot of SKUs. Customers are looking for stuff. They should make a very easy and prototypical search experience for customers. Why? Because search traffic is worth 3 to 4 times more than all of your other visitor traffic combined, okay? So your search traffic is massively, massively valuable. Now, only a small percentage of your traffic ever actually searches, but what you can do by maximizing search, making it prototypical, incentivizing and everything like that, you can get a larger percentage to search, which again equals 3 to 4 times more valuable customers coming through your store. So anything you can do to emphasize the search, you should be doing. Honestly, I think for this store, Bombshell Sportswear logo should be moved over to the left, and a big search bar, Amazon style, should be boxed in to the right of the Bombshell logo. In terms of navigation, they've done a pretty good job. The only one that I don't love and don't think actually makes sense based on like a prototypical layout and what the customer is looking for is this one. This one is the store. And I was thinking it was a link to back to their website, which makes no sense, but it's actually talking about their retail store. But it doesn't serve any purpose here. It's just a video where you can learn about the retail store and there's an address. It doesn't actually provide value. Once they're on the website, your job there is to push them towards a sale, not send them off another direction. So this would be much better utilized down in the footer as well. But other than that, I think their header is doing a pretty good job. If we scroll down the homepage a little bit, they're using their categories here. So they've got the seamless collection, which of course my wife loves. Tops, she loves those. Bottoms, she loves. Basically, she loves everything these guys have, and my wallet has felt the pinch. So they're doing a good job. Now, and also I can't lie, I love her in all of these outfits that they have. So they're doing a good job for the guys as well. I love them. Don't stop making awesome stuff like this. But here they're doing their categories. They've got the seamless category, tops, bottoms, and then they've got matching sets. So this category layout, I'd like to test a more prototypical category layout. This is very visual and graphically appealing, but I'd like to be doing some heat mapping and maybe laying out the 4 main categories across the top or 3 and 3 in a more traditional layout just to get them to go quicker. Because again, the homepage, you don't want them to spend a lot of time on the homepage. The job of the homepage is to get them to click through to what they want to find quicker. Get them off the homepage onto the next page, which is a category or a collection page or product page, okay? So this isn't bad, and I love this split image, how it's the same model and everything. I think that's great. They just might be able to get better click-throughs and getting them into the shopping experience faster if they used a more prototypical layout. But again, they're doing really good stuff here. The graphics, the imagery, everything is laid out really nicely. And then they've got the matching sets and then best sellers. Now, one thing about best sellers, and actually anytime you feature a product on, homepage or anything else, we've done massive tests. And when I say that, guys, like I'm talking, we've done, I don't know how many thousands of tests and stuff like that, but we're talking over $400 million worth of results from our testing. And we know our data, we know what works. And what I'm giving you guys in terms of what they can improve on are best practices based on that $400 million worth of data that we've collected. All right. So here, they've got 4 across. Not bad, but again, we've tested and tested and tested. 3 across wins out, okay? Or 1 across, possibly 2 across on mobile, but on a desktop screen like this, 3 across allows for slightly larger images, more focus on the individual products. So she could do 3 across here or 2 rows of 3, and it would be better than the 4. Sounds small, but it makes a big difference in click-throughs, conversions, and time on site. So all of those things are very important. Okay, so they've got the hero image. This is great. It goes from front to back on all of them. This is all good. And then they've got a shoppable Instagram down here, which is awesome. They've got it mixed. Some imagery is not, like these three are not shoppable, but all these other ones are, which is awesome. So anytime you're using and want to use Instagram or you have a feed like this, it's amazing to do. But you should always use a shoppable Instagram, like Shoppable 460 or one of the other apps or plugins that are made to do this. Why? The last thing you want to do is distract them with Instagram. Okay, so if an Instagram image pops up, it needs to send them with an option to go back to the store, add to cart, view more, something along those lines so they can shop. Okay, because again, they're on your store. We want them to shop. We don't want them to go back to Instagram and get confused or distracted again. All right, so on the homepage, overall, not bad. Join the squad and receive 10% off on your first order. Cool. This is a great use of the footer and the newsletter. The one piece here is that when you enter your email address here, it actually takes you to another web page. That's not an ideal function because, again, we've caused a distraction. Now they're on a different web page. They now have to navigate back or click back or whatever to come back to this site. What you want to do is have, when they click the join button, which join's not the right word, but when they click that button, you want it to just deliver the coupon code right there on the screen. Just basically swap that form, force a text line that says, hey, here's your coupon. That way it stays on the site. They can copy the code and boom, they're off to the races. Footer looks good. Gift cards, reviews, rewards highlighted here because these are things people are looking for and they know to go to the footer to look for them. Doing great on this as well. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into a collection real quick and see their collection page. Okay. So here they're using 3 across, which is perfect. For a collection page, you don't ever want to go more than 3 across. It's good. One thing I would say is they're using like a gray text here. When you're on white, you want to make it easy to read. This is causing a little bit of eye fatigue and eye strain and causing cognitive load, meaning you're having to use your eyes and brain to try to read what's there. Okay, we want this to be easy. So text size should go up a couple of points. That typically your smallest font you want on your website for main readable text should be 16 point. Again, testing has proven 16-point font is the standard minimum font size you want on your store. Headlines, headings, and things like that are bigger than that. Okay, so that should be increased, and then the font should be black. All right, let's just scroll real quick. Okay, so they don't have a ton of products in the seamless collection, but still enough. And they've got a great filtering system over here on the left, and it's prototypical, meaning everybody's expecting to find filters like because of Amazon and other sites like Best Buy and things like that and Wayfair on the left. They've done that. Let's see how it works. All right, so I'm going to let's go with red. Let me click the red color and see what happens. Okay, so that didn't actually sort anything unless every one of these is also offered in red. All right, let's go with green. Okay, so this one did sort. Now it removed anything that wasn't green. Great. So this is good. This is what you want it to happen. Now if I click it again, see the only thing is there's no way for me to unselect the filter. So that is one thing you need to have. They should be checkboxes. I love the color swatches, but they need to have a way to uncheck it. So maybe there could be a checkbox overlaid here when they click it. Because what happens if you start filtering, you're like, oh, nope, I want to go back. Well, now how do I go back? There's no way to reset it, okay, unless I go back up here and edit the piece. So let's go ahead and click another color. Okay, now everything's back here in all these colors. And let's see. Extra small, and let's start layering some things in here. Okay, so now here they got something going on here that's not ideal. All right, so I'm in the collection page for the seamless leggings is where I was, okay? But then I went over on the bottoms and I selected all bottoms, and it took me to a main collection page, okay, with every product. So I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to see all the ones that were in that seamless collection, all leggings in the seamless collection, all right? So remember, when you have a collection page, if you want to see all products or something like that, cool. But these other ones like thigh-high, sock leggings, bodysuits, shorts, none of these actually filters have anything to do with the seamless collection that I was just looking at, okay? So your filters need to actually help with this. These are just taking you to different collections now that I understand how they're doing it. And now the fabrics are a little bit more like a filter, but all of this stuff up here, these are actually different collections, okay? But I'm in the collection page. I want to filter the collection. I want to find out which ones you have that are in extra small. I want to find out which ones you have that are red. I want to find out which ones you have that are lightweight fabric or which ones that are medium weight. What I don't want to do is have to wade through all the other collections to find the options to help me filter the collection page. Because again, the collection page, the purpose of the collection page is to get them to a product, not get them to get stuck wading through a collection page trying to find what they want. I didn't want to look at these sock leggings, even though these are some of my favorite ones that my wife has. I was looking at the seamless collection. Why are these here? Okay, so as a shopper, you can understand how that can become confusing, especially on a mobile device, and become frustrating and cause people to abandon the sale, all right? Okay, guys, we're getting a little bit longer in this video than I anticipated, so I'm going to go ahead and make this part 1 of the video, and later I'll release part 2. When you want to watch part 2, it's going to show up right here. The other video is going to help you optimize your store even more, and then don't forget to click the subscribe button below and the bell icon to get notified when I release a new video. See ya.